LGBT has been dealing with. LGBT people have been dealing with discrimination on behalf of their life. In this show, let's open the mind of these people that are close-minded when it comes to queer people. And of course, this show won't be complete without the presence of our guest. Let's welcome the LGBT spokesperson, Mr. Rizal Tapal, Mr. Shadi Banyes, Miss November Present. Also, we have here the gender expert, Mr. Roch Jasper.
Good day. It's an honor to be part of this show.
Well, it's also an honor to the show with your presence here, Mr. Jasper.
Thank you for inviting us here to be with you, Miss Ian. You have such a representative of us.
I think they already said all the greetings I want to say earlier. This is the cause of not preparing greetings.
So, to begin the show, let's hear the gender expert what gender discrimination really is. Mr. Roch.
Gender discrimination based in law is an unequal or disadvantageous treatment of an individual group based on gender. Sexual harassment is a form of illegal gender discrimination.
Mr. Jeswell, what are your experiences with discrimination since you are bisexual?
Well, I didn't technically experience being discriminated against. It's just they are stereotyping that if I am bisexual, then I should act like that, dress like that, and so on. They don't know how to differentiate what is bisexual and gay. They think that being bisexual is being creative and yes, me as a bisexual, I am attracted to boys but also to girls. They always say that, I thought you were gay, they said you were gay. Then you should play Barbie dolls and dress like this. If they think that it was funny, then for me it wasn't. So,
What can you say about that, Mr. Roch?
We all know that some of the people that aren't born in this generation are the people that were left behind and don't know the meaning of some kinds of gender stuff. They all know are in the part that they don't know masculine, bisexual, and bisexual. Likewise, to all genders expression. They just conclude whatever they want. So in order to prevent that, make it clear and educate them that it doesn't work in that way. I know it's easy but it's hard to do. But it's the best solution.
If you ask me about my experiences of being discriminated against, it's the worst. I remember one time when I argued with a group of people, and I think they are religious because they kept mentioning Bible verse that being gay is a sin or being me is a sin. I know that because all of my life when I went to church, they always talk about how violating to the God's law for being gay. But what can I do? I was born this way as if I pick this way, right?
I've encountered that scenario on the internet too, and I can think it's the worst.
I experienced that too.
Sean, most LGBTQ people are really experienced that. And I'm so sorry for that. Be who you are and don't let others affect you. God has never been unenlightened, naive, or intolerant. Not a sin as for many centuries. The Christian church attitudes toward homosexuality was very good, and we all know that. Some Bibles says homosexuality is a sin, others do not, which is right. We do only live once. Do what thing makes you happy. And there are people who support you.
Thank you very much for your kind words, Mr. Roch.
Oh, what a cute guy. Why do you laugh at me? Did I say something ridiculous?
I think it's just part of your charm, Miss Jean.
Oh my god, speak ridiculous to Mr. Okay, so let's start out Miss November.
When it comes to face-to-face learning, I was bullied in school for me being a lesbian. They kept calling me tomboy, and that's very irritating. It's like they did that on purpose just to annoy me. One time when I had an enemy, what hurts me the most was when he said,
School should be a safe place for everyone. But in the Philippines, students who are lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders, in short LGBT, too often find their school experience is marred by discrimination, lack of access to LGBT-related information, and in some students, right in education, protected under Philippine and international law. In recent years, lawmakers and school administrators are designed interventions to address it. In 2012, the Department of Education or DepEd, which oversees primary and secondary schools, enacted a child protection policy designed to address bullying and discrimination in schools, including on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity.
Thank you, Mr. Rush. To all watching the show, we will be right back in a minute. Stay tuned.
What's another story to hear? What's another laugh or two? What's another tick on the clock when it's magic shared by you? What's another smile to give? What's another kiss or two? What's another line to say when it's love shared by you? A cup in hand, you know it's worth your while. A cup in hand, can you just stay for a while? Let minutes turn to moments. Let's sip, let's share. It all starts with a Nescafe.
Welcome back again to Cheese Mesa. So here's the question. How did you deal with discrimination?
I just learned not to care and just enjoy life. They don't have any contribution in my life, so why should I care about their nonsense contradiction about us as a member of LGBTQ plus community? As if I would die in their existence.
Yes. Likewise to Jessie, I also learned not to care about their opinions and just mind my own businesses. It was hard at first, but I got used to it because if you keep listening to their nonsense rants, you will not be able to be happy.
When it was still new to me, I always cried every time I encountered discrimination, but eventually, I get used to it and just enjoy who I am.
My second emotion. We are all certain. Just don't mind it and be who you are. There are many people who support you all. Mere people or a victim are nothing against the supporters of LGBT+.
Wow, what a piece nice of advice, Mr. Rush. If I were in your shoes too, I would feel the same. Does it make you uncomfortable that our church preaches and teaches against homosexuality?
Of course, but what can we do? It's a belief that has been passed down generation after generation.
Yet, being a member of the church, it hurts me knowing that they are against it. Sometimes, I just think that I should give up my position in their organization, but I still stay.
It does really make me uncomfortable because it feels like we are the dirtiest people in the world.
It makes me sad hearing that, but come on, it should be a happy show. I am just curious, what do you think about gay marriage being legal now?
It's actually a relief that one of our rights is finally now legalized. But for me, since we are living in the Philippines, I am more in favor of same-sex.
Mr. Rush, can you elaborate what is same-sex union so that our audience won't miss a point?
Same-sex unions are the legal or religious unions between two of the same sex. In legal context, the recognition varies based on which union is formed. Some unions allow same-sex marriage, civil marriage between two persons of same sex.
Indeed, I am more in favor of same-sex union since we can force the churches to marry same-sex people. In order to claim peacefulness in this world, we need to respect each other's beliefs.
True. I am impressed. Incredible. Like, I want to keep using it. Oh my god. Okay, move on to the next topic. Do you have any gay or lesbian, bisexual, or transgender friends?
Yes, actually the three of us here are friends.
And Aside from them, I have gay and bisexual friends.
Yes, I have some of the straight people are aloof with us, but it doesn't matter. Gays are fun to be with.
Indeed, I have so many gay friends and they're so fun to feel like they always have jokes with them that will makes me laugh. I don't even feel boredom when I am with them.
As a gay, I can agree with that.
Of course, they're missing the fun. So, do you all think of Christian as being anti-gay?
Depends on the Christian, I guess. But because I also have friends that are Christians but respect and support us for being part of the LGBT.
Yes, figures. So, do you have someone from your family that support you from the very start when the first time you came out from the closet?
Yes, my mother, my cousins, and my friends that I consider as a part of my family supported me and helped me to accept who I am.
My cousin. I still remember when the first time my uncle found out that I was gay. He was really angry that time to the point that it even caused a physical assault, but my cousin protected me and supported me all the way. It was really overwhelming that there is really person who supported me.
My sisters, we always fight, but she's the first one who accepted me for who I am since some of our families are narrow-minded.
That was nice to hear that you have a person you can rely on. To the audience that's watching the show, hang on, we will be right back. Stay tuned. Come back again.
Nature's spring water, naturally refreshing, naturally thirst quenching, fresh spring water, purified.
Introducing Nature Spring Purified Drinking Water. If you're feeling hot and thirsty, here's the drinking water that will make you feel recharged. Nature Spring Purified Drinking Water. 10 pesos lang.
Come back again and again to Cheese Mason. Are you still okay there?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so there's two anonymous that tweeted us on Twitter that asking advice from queer people. Are you up for it?
Bring it on.
So, the anonymous asked, I'm trying to write a non-binary character but there's still a few things I can figure out. Would they still wear what's commonly considered as largely masculine clothes but also wear some makeup to go with it, such as eyeliner and nail polish? Also, during a school prom scene, I keep picturing them in a white dress with glasses and deep red lipstick. Is this bordering on offensive? So, what can you say about it? What's your opinion?
Every non-binary individual is completely different and has completely different aesthetic preferences. It's not reliant on birth assignment.
To the anonymous who asked, your character would definitely be valid with the presentation you're imagining. Just keep in mind, it would be because it's what they want as an individual, not because it's necessarily the non-binary thing.
My general experience is that when I figured out my gender stuff, I did a lot of experimenting with different things and purposely thought I wasn't enough. After a while, you get a broad sense of what you like, but some people have different times to experiment based on when or where they feel safe. And sometimes, people's aesthetic sense changes just as anyone's creative vision changes. My gender identity has been somewhat the same over time, but when I was figuring out things 2 years ago, it was different time with different fashion.
Wow, great, great! That was awesome answer. I hope it answered your question, Anonymous One. If you are watching the show. So here's the last question from the Anonymous 2. How do you feel if somebody said that they respect you but not support you? Oh,
It hurts a little, but what can we do? We can force them to support if it only leads to half-hearted support. Better receive nothing than receive half-heartedly.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. Our respect is enough.
Indeed.
wow, so nice. I hope it answered your question, Anonymous 2. And I think the show will end here. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we really enjoy.
What an echo booster. Oh my god. let's say goodbye to our audience.
Bye-bye!
See you next vlog.
Bye!